God's plan when He created man was for Him to extend His heavenly kingdom, His heavenly government to earth through the principal concept of colonization. This is the wonderful story and message of the Bible, not a religion, but a royal family. Ever since the fall of man, he was trying to imitate this concept of the kingdom. But throughout history, man's every attempt to establish in a heavenly kingdom on earth has failed. It is for this reason that God Himself had to come to earth to bring heavenly kingdom back to this planet. And mankind is not looking for a religion. We as men, we are not looking for a religion, but for a kingdom. We lost long ago in the Garden of Eden, and this is why religion cannot satisfy man's full spirit because its experiments continue to fail. Even kingdoms, empires, dictators, communism, socialism, and down to democracy today. And the list goes on. The desire for righteousness, or let's say the desire for righteous government, burns in the heart of every human. We are expecting that one day everything will be good, everything will be good. All of us humans are seeking the kingdom of heaven. If we all don't realize it, consequently, ignorance of the kingdom concept makes it difficult to understand fully the message of the Bible. Ignorance will make us not, or it will make it difficult for us to understand the message of the Bible. How does one explore the concept, nature, function, program, component, principle, and power of the kingdom? To accomplish this purpose, we must understand the kingdom concept. We must understand kingdom philosophy, which is kingdom thinking, which is philosophy. Another word for thinking, I believe, is philosophy. We must understand kingdom government, kingdom rulership. We must understand the kingdom law, the rules we must abide to. 5, we must understand kingdom culture, the way of the kingdom, the way of living. 6, we must understand kingdom society, kingdom community. 7, we must understand kingdom citizenship. 8, we must understand kingdom provision. What is God providing? What is this kingdom providing for us? When He said we should, in in Matthew 6, verse 33, or let's say verse 34, when He says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow," which means seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and worry about nothing else. Just only 2 priorities in life. We should not worry about whatever we're going to eat, whatever we're going to wear, etc. So, what is this? And number 9, understanding kingdom worship. 10, understanding kingdom protocol. 11, understand kingdom representation. Now, let's talk about the kingdom principles. The greatest secret to living effectively on it is understanding the kingdom principle and power of priorities. You understand? Kingdom principles. The greatest secret to living effectively on earth is understanding the principle and power of priorities. 2, the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose. And that is true. Life without a purpose is someone just living all by himself in this earth with no one to speak to and nothing else. You understand? Life with the wrong priorities. Number 3, our self-worth is more important than our basic needs and should never be sacrificed for the sake of those needs. How we feel, which is our self-worth, how we feel about whatever we do, which is the main thing, should never be sacrificed for the sake of those things. Never sell out yourself because of things you hunger for. Your self-worth should be more important than your needs. Then number 4, God's number 1 priority for mankind is that we discover and understand and enter the kingdom of heaven. That's God's plan for us. God's number 1 priority for mankind is that we discover, understand, and enter the kingdom of heaven. Then number 5, a kingdom is the governing influence of a king over his territory. So a kingdom is the governing influence of a king over his territory, impacting it with his personal will, purpose, and intent, producing a culture, values, and morals and lifestyle that reflect the king's desires and nature for his citizens. Number 6, God established only 2 priorities for mankind: the kingdom of God and the righteousness of God. What are we reading? We're talking about the principles or the kingdom principles. So, in number 7, the concept of the kingdom was not invented by mankind, but was first form of government introduced by the Creator. Number 8, ignorance of the kingdom concept makes it difficult to understand fully the message of the Bible. So, what the problem we're having here is most of us till today, we have not lived in a kingdom before. I myself, I was born in the rulership of democracy. So, but none of us, we don't understand how a real kingdom is supposed to work. So, it makes it difficult for us to understand fully the message of the Bible because the message of the Bible is all about kingdom living. It's all about kingdom. So, it was not about democracy. So, using this Bible, the Constitution to live in this age was supposed to be our priority. Thank you.